Snow has finally come to Chapter 2 in Fortnite. All the way from the Misty Meadows to Pleasant Park, from sweaty sands all the way till dirty docks. Our island is a festive snowy paradise. And hopefully by the time this video comes out, it's still snowy. So Epic, don't take it away. Just give it a couple of days, please. With our very merry Fortnite island, we have seen a bunch of changes that are all to do with this festive period. But many of these changes are hidden, and many players have not even seen them. In this video, we're going over every secret change in the latest Snowy Island update in Fortnite that everybody missed. Guys, let's not hang around. Let's get into it. If we're going to start somewhere, why not start with the island? Our Fortnite Chapter 2 island is covered from head to toe in festive snow. But if we are to look above the snow, in fact above the island, we can see a giant disco ball floating above. This disco ball can only be seen in replay mode, and it is believed that this is going to be part of a final event for this season. Every year in Fortnite, we have a New Year's event, where a giant disco ball comes down and all the players get to dance. It seems pretty obvious that this is going to be the New Year's event for Chapter 2, but many players actually had missed this hidden secret change that was going on right above us. Now, I'll agree that one is a bit of a glitch, so let's get into the actual changes in our map. The appearance of this giant ice castle has been seen in Fortnite for this update. A giant castle made completely of ice, with no front door anywhere. This giant ice castle can be found on the northern side of our island, and it is littered with ice cubes, snowmen, and even icy statues of Crackshot. This seems to be just an additional location for players to land and slide about in. Kind of like an ice skating ring mixed with a castle mixed with Fortnite. I know it's mind-blowing, but this is an ice castle. But not far from this ice castle, just to the east, is a small icy stable that has also just been added in. Nothing particularly interesting at these locations, just a bunch of festive spirits and some free chests to pick up on your rotations. These changes are brand new in this Snowy Map Island update, and it's obviously connected to Winterfest, as it's not the first time that we've seen fully iced out buildings in Winterfest. These are new, they're here. Check them out when you get the chance. Let's move on to the next one. Oh, and whilst I got you super quick, do remember, if you want to support this channel, make sure you use the support to creator code that is on screen right now. All right, guys, sorry about that. Let's get back to the video. We next find ourselves in a war zone at Salty Spring with snowmen. It seems a battle has broken out here at Salty Springs between the snow people and the snow people. We're seeing some crazy damage actually being done to some of the buildings. Presumably some kind of high explosives or barraging techniques have been used to bust down the front door. And many parts of the house have been torn apart to use as barricades. Okay, let's just calm down with the dramaticness of the situation. There are a bunch of snowmen down at Salty Spring. This seems to be a fun little area that Epic Games has just added in. Snowmen are littered from the top floor to the bottom, with plenty of chests and weapons still to loot. And actually, it turns out this is a great hiding place, as you can jump inside the snowmen, and there's so many snowmen here, I think you're gonna have a hard time finding out who's alive and who's made of ice, if you know what I mean. This seems to be one of the more light-hearted location changes that we've seen in this Snowy Map update. So if you guys want to continue the festive spirits, why not come down to this crazy war zone, snowy showdown type event? I don't know what Epic Games is thinking here, but you know what? I support it. I do. Let's get on to the next one. Now, warning, it's about to get pretty spooky down in Slurpee Swamps, as there has been some kind of accident, and, I think you need to see this. A truck has managed to tip over on its journey through Slurpee Swamps. During this truck's journey, it managed to tip over, and with all of the holiday presents tipping out. Now, I don't know about you, but, some of this is, not the kind of presents that I would want, that's for sure. We can see teddy bears with the heads of toy babies littered around this Slurpee Swamps location, and this creepy meeting amongst the Teddy Bear Council and the Baby Head Council, whilst they decide the future of Fortnite, seems to be taking place right here. There is a really creepy and disturbing vibe down at Slurpee Swamps right now, and there seems to be a bit of a theme in Fortnite that anything in Slurpee Swamps seems to be evil or corrupted. Have these toys been made corrupt? Or maybe there is someone or something in Slurpee Swamps that has picked up the toy presents and swapped their heads around. Guys, this wasn't supposed to be a spooky video. This was supposed to be about the festive spirit in Fortnite, but it's definitely taken a pretty spooky downturn. There are so many questions about Slurpee Swamps and about the creepiness that goes on in this location that I think people are gonna have to do a lot more research to find out. And honestly, I think it's gonna have something pretty major to do with the storyline for Chapter 2. It is worth mentioning that actually this lorry did tip over before this snowy island update, but I think there are a few things missing and a few things have been replaced. So something actively is going on here, and I'm just freaked out. Guys, these are the latest location changes since the island turned fully to snow. You know, there is actually some locations that were just updated before the island turned to snow. We actually covered some of it in a previous video, and many players still don't know that they actually exist in Fortnite right now. If it is the season of festivity, we're going to have a festive cabin. And that's exactly what we do have. Near to the center of our Fortnite island, we find this quiet cabin, hidden away. But inside is a festive treat, with Christmas trees, presents, all sorts of props, and cute little things that remind us of the season. If you didn't know, this location is an exact replica of the house that was in Season 7's trailer many months ago. With it being a replica, and also this building making an appearance back in the old Chapter 1 island, this is a nostalgic location that I think most players are happy to see return. We have seen in more recent times with Fortnite, locations that make a return start to play a part in the storyline. Whether it's Dusty Depot, Risky Reel, these locations that are returning seem to change quite rapidly. Now, whether there's going to be any changes here, hey, we don't know so far. This is Fortnite, so keep an eye on this location. If you want to get into the spirit of Winterfest, I think this is the place to be. Shout out these adorable animals as well. I don't know what's going on here, but they're adorable. Let's move on to the next one. Many players might not know about the log jam location, where clearly trees are being cut down and turned into planks of wood. But there is a festive change here, as it seems to have been infiltrated by, gingerbread man? This location has been overthrown by gingerbread men, as they are mass producing presents and a few ice blocks. This seems to be one of the most bizarre changes this festive season. As I don't know about you, I didn't know gingerbread men could operate machinery. This is a fun little location which most players don't even know about. But it most certainly is one of the most unusual location changes for Winterfest this season. Shiver In. Shiver Inn is the coldest inn in Fortnite, seemingly a palace made of ice. The Shiver Inn is home to some unusual statues, as well as multiple ice blocks of various shapes and sizes. This amazing Winterfest location has actually some secrets inside. The ice statues that can be found around this location are actually hinting at new skins that are coming this season. We know the Firecracker skin will be making a return. The Nogop skin has has already been seen in the item shop, and we do know that a frozen fish stick skin is coming to the game, as well as this terrifying warning that the Devourer is making a return. The Shivering In is an interesting place to land and to explore, but it isn't the only icy paradise in our game. Not far from Shiver In is this ice bunker, once again hidden away, kind of in the middle of nowhere. We find one of the many bunkers in Fortnite, but this one, it's made of ice. Not a great deal to report on this one, apart from the fact it has a pretty concerning guard watching over its location. Maybe he's trying to stop people getting in. Personally, I found it pretty easy to get in. Didn't do a great job there, my friend. The ice bunker is in-game right now. A lot of players didn't know about it, and it might be worth landing here this Winterfest. Let's get on to the next one. Epic Games has a habit of creating disco dance locations in Fortnite, and in Chapter 2's Winterfest season, it is no different. This giant party house is slamming out tunes 24/7, and for those who really want to celebrate the Winterfest season, hey, maybe this is the place to be. With its glowing lights and festive environment, this might be a place you want to land this Winterfest. But it's impossible to hear anything. It's so loud in there. I don't know who's in charge of the volume in this place. I can't hear a thing when I land here. Hey, just some festive criticism. Let's not take it personally. Turn the sound down. Players are speculating that this location might start to see some changes closer to the end of the year when we have the New Year's celebration. This might be that place to be to party in the new year, but we're pretty far away from that, so we'll just have to wait and see. Guys, that is all of the Winterfest Snowy Islands changes that are going on in Fortnite right now. If you guys notice any changes that I missed in this video, make sure you let me know in the comment section below, and maybe I'll get a chance to update it. Alright guys, thanks all for listening, and I'll catch you all in the next Fortnite video. Peace!